Shia Islam, and aspirations for regional dominance in the Middle East. Both countries are major players in the global energy market, but their economic structures, resources, and strategies differ significantly. This analysis explores their economic competition through various dimensions: energy exports, economic diversification, trade relationships, military spending, and regional influence. 1. Energy exports and oil production. Both Saudi Arabia and Iran are members of OPEC, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, and rely heavily on oil and gas exports as the backbone of their economies. However, their roles in the global energy market and production capacities differ. Saudi Arabia. Oil reserves. Saudi Arabia has the world's second-largest proven oil reserves, approximately 267 billion barrels. Production capacity. The kingdom is the largest oil producer in OPEC, with a production capacity of over 12 million barrels per day, BPD. It often acts as the swing producer, adjusting output to stabilize global oil prices. To petrochemicals and refining. Saudi Arabia has invested heavily in downstream industries, including petrochemicals and refining, through companies like Saudi Aramco, the world's most valuable company. A global influence, Saudi Arabia plays a key role in shaping OPEC policies and maintaining close ties with Western economies, particularly the United States. Iran. Oil reserves. Iran has the fourth-largest proven oil reserves, approximately 157 billion barrels, and the second-largest natural gas reserves globally. Production constraints. Due to decades of U.S.-led sanctions, Iran's oil production has been severely limited, averaging around 2.5 to 3 million BPD in recent years, far below its potential of 4 to 5 million BPD. Sanctions. Impact. Sanctions have restricted Iran's access to international markets and technology, hindering its ability to modernize its energy sector. Strategic alliances. Despite sanctions, Iran has maintained energy partnerships with countries like China, Russia, and India, which provide critical revenue streams. Competition. Market share. Saudi Arabia seeks to maintain its dominant position in the global oil market, while Iran aims to regain lost market share post-sanctions. Price wars. Periodically, Saudi Arabia has engaged in price wars, e.g. during the 2014 oil glut and the 2020 pandemic, to undercut competitors, including Iran. Yet, geopolitical leverage. Both countries use their energy resources as tools of geopolitical influence, often clashing over OPEC policies. 2. Economic diversification efforts. Recognizing the risks of over-reliance on oil revenues, both nations have launched initiatives to diversify their economies, though with varying levels of success. Saudi Arabia. Vision 2030. Vision 2030. Launched by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, this ambitious plan aims to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil by developing sectors like tourism, entertainment, technology, and renewable energy. The key projects: Neom, a futuristic $500 billion megacity designed to attract global investment. And tourism expansion, opening up the country to international tourists and promoting cultural heritage sites like Al Ula. And renewable energy, investing in solar and wind projects to become a leader in clean energy. Challenges. Corruption scandals, social reforms, and high costs have raised questions about the feasibility of some projects. Iran. Resistance economy. Resistance economy. In response to sanctions, Iran has pursued a policy of self-reliance, focusing on domestic production, agriculture, and non-oil exports. Key sectors. Manufacturing. Iran produces cars, electronics, and pharmaceuticals locally. Agriculture. The government prioritizes food security and exports agricultural products like pistachios and saffron. And cryptocurrency mining. To circumvent sanctions, Iran has embraced cryptocurrency mining as a source of revenue. And challenges. Economic mismanagement, corruption, and sanctions have stifled growth and innovation.
Competition. Investment appeal. Saudi Arabia attracts significantly more foreign direct investment, FDI, due to its stable business environment and Vision 2030 initiatives. Technological edge. Saudi Arabia benefits from partnerships with Western firms, while Iran faces isolation and technological backwardness. 3. Trade relationships and regional influence. Both countries compete for economic influence in the Middle East and beyond, leveraging trade partnerships and regional alliances. Saudi Arabia. Trade partners. Major trading partners include China, Japan, South Korea, and the United States. Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC. As a leading member of the GCC, Saudi Arabia promotes economic integration among Gulf states. Regional investments. Saudi Arabia invests heavily in neighboring countries, e.g., Egypt, Jordan, to counter Iranian influence. Iran. Trade partners. Key partners include China, India, Turkey, and Iraq. China-Iran relations. The 25-year strategic agreement signed in 2021 strengthens economic and military ties between Tehran and Beijing. Proxy networks. Iran uses proxy groups, e.g., Hezbollah, Houthis, to exert influence in Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq, often undermining Saudi interests. Competition. Regional rivalry. Their proxy conflicts, e.g., Yemen, Syria, reflect broader economic and political competition. Trade routes. Control over shipping lanes in the Persian Gulf and Red Sea is critical for both nations. 4. Military spending and security costs. Military spending reflects each country's commitment to securing its economic interests and projecting power. Saudi Arabia. Defense budget. Saudi Arabia spends approximately 8 to 10% of its GDP on defense, one of the highest rates globally. Arms imports. It relies heavily on arms purchases from the US, UK, and other Western allies. Yemen war. The costly war against Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, has drained resources and diverted attention from economic reforms. Iran. Defense budget. Iran allocates around 3 to 4% of its GDP to defense, constrained by sanctions. Indigenous capabilities. Iran focuses on developing domestic military industries, including ballistic missiles and drones. Asymmetric warfare. Iran employs unconventional tactics, e.g., cyber attacks, proxy militias, to compensate for conventional military weaknesses. Competition. Arms race. Both countries engage in an arms race, fueling regional instability. Security costs. High military spending diverts funds away from economic development. 5. Global perception and soft power. Soft power plays a crucial role in shaping international perceptions and attracting investment. Saudi Arabia. Reforms. Social reforms, e.g., allowing women to drive, hosting concerts, aim to improve Saudi Arabia's image. Sports diplomacy. Hosting events like Formula One races and golf tournaments enhances visibility. Iran. Cultural heritage. Iran leverages its rich history and cultural landmarks to project soft power. Anti-Western narrative. Iran positions itself as a champion of resistance against Western imperialism. Competition. Image battle. Saudi Arabia seeks to shed its conservative image, while Iran doubles down on anti-Western rhetoric. Conclusion. The economic competition between Saudi Arabia and Iran is multifaceted, encompassing energy dominance, economic diversification, trade relationships, military spending, and soft power. While Saudi Arabia enjoys significant advantages, greater oil production capacity, stronger international ties, and a more stable investment climate, Iran counters with resilience, strategic alliances, and asymmetric tactics. Ultimately, their rivalry shapes not only the Middle East's economic landscape but also global energy markets and geopolitics. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that inspires and uplifts. And remember, these stories are meant to be shared, because wisdom grows when it's passed on.